One.
Hey guys, Jim Edwards here, and welcome back to the Funnel Scripts Live official ClickFunnels podcast. I'm your host, Jim Edwards, along with my podcast producer,
Stu Smith.
And today we're going to answer a question from the Funnel Hacker community. That's actually an awesome question. I've heard this one before and, from other people, and this is an important one to really understand. So, Stu, what is the question?
Okay, so this is from Spencer. He's a real estate investor, right? And he has a webinar for real estate investment that they're driving traffic to. Typical driving traffic from Google, Facebook, that's converting pretty well. His question is, should we buy an email list? We have and do a test run of, say, 2,000 emails for $200. Okay. All these emails are in real estate investing, and our webinar is for real estate investors to make money after foreclosure auction, which typically is when most investors stop contacting their leads. So long story short, is there a particular script that you would recommend that would work well to drive traffic from someone else's email list to our landing page that promotes our webinar?
Okay, so it's actually a two-part question. Should I buy an email list, and do you have a script to help me? So I want to answer the question of should I buy an email list first, because this is one that can get you into hot water. So let's come over here to my amazing whiteboard, and I'm going to explain what you have is you want your webinar promoted. And you got somebody over here who's got an email list. Now, here's the problem. You have no idea where these people came from. You have no idea who they are. You have no idea why they signed up for the list, and they have no idea who you are. So there are some problems here, because if you buy this list and you start sending email to this list, trying to get them to come over here, you're going to run into spam problems. You're going to get your server blacklisted. You're going to have all kinds of problems because they're like, who is this person? Why are they emailing me? I have no idea. You don't know how old these emails are. You have no clue. And the fact that these people are willing to basically sell you emails for 10 cents an email scares me. So here is the long and the short of what I would tell you to do. You go to them and say, okay, we'll do a test, and we will pay you $200 to send 2,000 emails for us from your server.
Yep.
Coming from you, just like they were doing an endorsed mailing of you. And you're like, but then we won't own the emails. You don't want to own these emails. The only emails that you want to own, that you want to have on your list, are people who actually register for the webinar. So let's say that they can, just for grins, let's say they can get you a 10% opt-in rate, a 10% click-through, or the way to look at it. Okay, let's say they send the 2,000 emails and you get a 10% click-through rate. Okay, that's 200 people coming over here. Let's say that you have a 50% opt-in rate, which means you're going to get 100 people. That means you're going to get 100 out of 2,000. So if you're paying $200, that means you're paying $2 per lead. That's a great price, okay, especially if this is a targeted list. $2 per lead ain't bad. I'm sure that what's the person's name again who's asking? Tyler?
Spencer,
$2 a lead in the real estate market for them to come and do your webinar is amazing. It's wonderful. I would spend $2 per lead all day long. But what you've also done is you've eliminated the spam problem. You've eliminated the problem of bad emails, spam traps, all the other things that go along with that. And then what I would do is I would buy mailings from these people in increments of 2,000 to 3,000 per. And you measure them all individually. because what happens is also you have some of these emails are super old. Some of them are new. Some of them you just don't know. And typically the newer emails are the more responsive ones. So I would ask them, you know, are we going to send these alphabetically? Are we going to send these based on when they signed up? What's the deal as far as the sampling of these? Because what can also happen is people will mail, when you're doing the sample, they'll mail the best ones, the most recent ones. And you're like, oh man, this is amazing. And I'm super happy. And we'll be glad to pay you $10,000 to mail the rest of these. And then your results just start going in the toilet because they're mailing leads that they scraped off of Facebook 6 years ago when you could do that.
Right.
And you end up losing money. So I would make sure I asked what's the criteria for which ones you're giving us first. Make sure they're sending the emails through their email server and the emails are coming from them. So now,
hey, real quick, Jim, another thing I would ask them too is how often do you send emails on your email list? So are they used to seeing emails from you, or have you not sent them anything in 2 years?
yeah,
Right. And now you're kind of lost. So
right. And that's why you want to do the test too.
Yeah.
And ask those questions. So that's a great point too. So with that said, let's hop over here to funnel scripts, and I'm going to show you the script that I would suggest that you use. And that is the the promote your webinar scripts. Now, I do want to show you guys something real quick. We're going to take a 30-second timeout. You know, when we started funnel scripts back in the day, we had 19 online scripts and we had 2 downloadable wizards. Now we have a total, we're closing in on 70 scripts and downloadable wizards. And so I know that this is getting a little much over here on the left. Even I have trouble finding stuff. So in the next week or two, we're working on redoing the GUI. And one of the things that we're going to be doing is reorganizing the left. So if you wanted to do, and this is kind of in beta, we're still this isn't done yet. But what we're doing is we're creating sections with collapsible menus. So if you say, you know, I need to do a sales letter, I need to do some sales copy or video script, you would come in there and click and look down. I need to get some bullets.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Emails. So this will just make it a lot easier for you. So I just want to give you a little heads up, and let me know down in the Q&A box, guys. Do you think that's cool?
Yes,
Seriously.
My brain is less cluttered already.
That's right. So let me know if you think that's cool or not. You guys that are here live, let me know if you think that's good and if you want us to do that. Because whether you want us to do it or not, I mean, we're going to do it. But let me know if you think it's cool. So let me show you this. And here's the key thing, Spencer, that I want you to keep in mind. And that is with the promote your webinar scripts, which are down here in the .com secret scripts, and they're also in the sales copy and video scripts. With this, it's intended for it to be like it's from me to my own audience. But there's a little twist that you can do in here where it says your name. Only thing you got to do to make it so it's coming from the person that's endorsing it is just put their name in there. So whoever the person is that's sponsoring your webinar, just put their name in there. And all this other stuff is real self-explanatory. It's basically all the stuff you're going to cover. But now it's all coming from, in this case, it would be Stu. So if it was Stu's email list and he's the one doing it, then this would be the opt-in page copy that you would put up there. None of that's going to be any different. But when you're rewriting it for them, you could say on this free webinar, my special guest, Jim Edwards, is going to cover how to set up your email marketing on autopilot and steroids at the same time. You can use these. Heck, he'll even show you how to turn. So you just rewrite this a little bit. It would take you 10 minutes.
Yeah.
You rewrite it a little bit so that it's coming from them about you. So this will do, and the cool thing is this does your opt-in page copy, so you can put this up on your ClickFunnels page. If you're using GoToWebinar, then this is a little easier to copy and paste. You got a Facebook event announcement that they can use. It'll write all your tweets, a bunch of mini Facebook posts, and it's got some stealth closes and stuff that they can use. But mostly what they're going to want are the emails. So here's just one of them, and it writes a ton of them. But the key thing is to make it sound like it's coming from those people that are selling you the list. So automatic autoresponder marketing webinar. Stu Smith here with a live webinar invitation for you this Thursday, December 24th. I'm hosting a very special webinar event that most definitely will change your business forever. I've invited autoresponder marketing expert Jim Edwards to present on automatic autoresponder marketing. And boom, on our next live webinar, we're going to cover. So it's basically it's Stu introducing me. That's all you got to do. And the key to remember this, and the cool thing, guys, is that, you can get all of these things you can get in a cool Word document. Makes it super easy for you. And I hate, all right, not hate, but I also got to remind you that if you were to hire a copywriter to do this for you, it would cost you at least $3 or $4 grand to have them write all these emails, to write all these tweets, the Facebook event, all of this stuff. You're looking at $3 to $4 grand and waiting 2 to 3 weeks, as opposed to all you had to do, Spencer and everyone else listening, is you had to fill this thing out and boom, it's done. So I just want to point that out, how much money you're saving, $3,000 to $4,000, how much time you're saving, either waiting or figuring this out on your own. But the big thing with this is just using it from the standpoint of it's not you, it's whoever owns that email list that's providing it, that's providing this as a service. It's almost like treat them like they're an affiliate, or if they were a JV partner. That would be the way to think of them. Even though you're buying the email, instead of paying them a commission on the back end, you're paying up front to test their list. But the biggest thing is, do not buy that list and send that to that list from your own email server. It will create so many headaches for you. You will want to pull your beard out over it. I promise you. And the other thing is, don't agree to it all at once. Send in increments to their list so that you limit your financial exposure. And number 3, make sure all the emails are as if they are coming from them. The writing of the email, especially, that it's them, the owner of the list, endorsing you. That's how to do this, and that's the script that you should use. So any questions or anything I left out, Stu?
No, I think that's the biggest point, is avoiding that spam side of buying email lists, because that will just make everything fall. It make everything fall apart on this investment, and you wind up getting nothing.
It can also get your URL blacklisted. So it's not just your emails and your email server getting blacklisted. It's literally your URL can get blacklisted. So any email that ever gets sent with that URL in it will be blocked. So that's a big deal too. You just got to be careful. So hope that helps. All of you guys, if you enjoyed this, let us know in the comments down below. If you learned something, let us know. We appreciate you guys. Cool. Thank you. And we appreciate you guys being here. If you're already a member of Funnel Scripts, log in, use that. Keep your eyes peeled for the cool changes we're going to be making to the menu and the overall structure with the various dashboards and landing pages within Funnel Scripts. And if you are not a Funnel Scripts member, you should be. And you can upgrade to an unlimited license of Funnel Scripts for a one-time payment. There's no more monthly. There's no more yearly payments. Pay once, and you have an unlimited license, and you never have to pay again. And you go to funnelscripts.com. You'll be able to see a really cool training with Russell and me. Or if you've been on the fence and you're off the fence now and just ready to sign up, head on over to funnelscripts.com/go. So everybody have a great day, and we'll see you guys next week for another episode of Funnel Scripts Live. Bye-bye, everybody.